Daniel with All About Food. Today I'm going to show you how to make what is called cornmeal mush. Basically all it is cornmeal, water, and salt. You put it in your boiling water and let it get thick, and then you're going to pour it into any kind of dish. If your dish sticks, then I suggest using some cooking spray or something to keep it from sticking. I'm using cornmeal that came in bulk that I had dry canned. So what you want to bring 4 cups of water to a boil. You're going to use 1 cup of cornmeal, 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using the pink Himalayan salt. I'm just going to dump it in there with my cornmeal. And that's the basic recipe. One cup of dry cornmeal, a teaspoon of salt, and 4 cups of water. Now you can add all kinds of different things to your cornmeal mush. I have some dried onions that I dehydrated here at home, and I'm just going to add a handful into my boiling water to go into it. Now you don't have to add anything to this. I like adding different spices and things to mine. Another thing that's good in there is fresh garlic and rosemary, but you could do whatever you wanted or even just eat this plain. This is fantastic even just plain. So I've got my 4 cups of water to a boil here, and all you're going to do is you're going to dump your cornmeal in, and you want to stir it, and be careful because it will bubble and plop up out of the pan if you're not careful. So all you want to do is add your cornmeal to the boiling water and stir it until it's thick. So we're going to add our cornmeal into the boiling water. And we'll add just a little bit at a time, that way it doesn't get a bunch of lumps in it. And there's other recipe variations out there too that says to hold back some of your water and soak the cornmeal in the cold water and stuff before you add it to this water, but I don't do all that. I just add it to the boiling water and stir. And we'll just reduce my heat a little bit, and we'll continue to stir it. So what you want it to do is thicken completely up, and it usually doesn't take too awful long. I just continue to keep stirring. You want to make sure there's no lumps, and you don't want it to stick on the bottom. And some recipes I have seen in the past will tell you to boil this down for, I think, like 20 minutes or something. But I don't do all that. I mean, you can go by whatever recipe you'd like. This is just an easy recipe that I learned. I've been eating this, grew up on it as a kid, so I've been eating it for years. Some people will take this and once you let it cool, you're going to slice it and fry it. Now, some people will make this as a side dish to go with like chili and different things, soups and stuff. I mainly eat it for breakfast, but I also will eat it any time of day just by itself, fried up. Now, if you want it crispier, when you slice it and fry it, slice it into thinner strips, and it'll crisp up pretty much all the way through. If you want it soft in the middle but crispy on the outside, just cut it into thicker strips. Alright, I'm going to turn my heat off. I don't know if you can see or not. It's thick, it's not too thick, but it'll thicken up and gel even more. So I'm just going to pour this into my pan. And we'll get the rest of it out with a wooden spoon here. I don't like to waste anything, so try to get I try to get everything out of here. Okay. Now, we've got that in there. And I kind of just bang it down to smooth it out some. Then it's just in your pan. What you do is you let this cool, and once it cools down a little bit, I cover this up. You put it in the refrigerator, let it set overnight. It's going to gel and it's going to harden up. And then once it's set in the refrigerator overnight and cooled and gelled up even more, you'll be able to just slice it into strips. Like I said, when you fry it up, I always use a cast iron skillet and butter to fry mine in. I do it on real slow, low heat, and it takes that way. It probably takes a good 30 minutes or so to crisp it up on both sides. But now, if you want to do it quicker, you can use vegetable oil, corn oil, something like that, and fry it at a higher temperature, and it'll fry a lot quicker. Once again, the thinner slices that you slice is going to be crispy all the way through when you're done frying it. If you want it crispy on the outside but soft on the inside, just cut your strips thicker. This is great with pancake syrup on it. Goes great with breakfast. You can add any kind of fresh herbs or spices that you want to this. Like I said, personally, I usually just eat it plain, but I do like it with other things in it as well, especially fresh rosemary and garlic. That makes a really good cornmeal mush. You could also, even if you wanted it sweeter, you could add raisins to it. You could add dried cranberries to it, dried crumbled bacon to it. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You just make it your own. But the basic recipe: 4 cups of water, 1 cup of cornmeal, 1 teaspoon of salt, and just bring your water to a boil. Put in your cornmeal and salt, stir it till it's thick, put it in your pan, let it cool overnight in your refrigerator. Hope everyone enjoys this. I can't wait till morning to have some breakfast. Hope everyone has a great day.